Born and raised a Christian. That's my dog. Born and raised a Christian. I have had a lot of ideas hammered into my head about what being a person or a good person is, where I'm going when I die, stuff like that. And it took me a long time to form my own opinion of religion or my own belief. Hi, Gizmo. So, when I was 8 years old, let's start back then, I suffered from major depressive disorder, and I've been dealing with it seasonally my entire life since then. So, whenever I would go to my parents and ask them for help, they would tell me to trust in God and believe that God will take care of me and God will heal me. Whenever I was feeling lonely, it was God will protect you and He will be your friend. And I believed it. I tried to stay strong and I followed God. I stayed loyal. Hey, Gizmo. Years passed. I turned 12. I was still dealing with the heartbreak or not heartbreak. I was dealing with family issues, with school issues. I had a lot of authority problems, a lot of financial problems at home. I had been hurt by a lot of people, and when I was 10 years old, I went through a period of time where I was sexually abused. And through all this, I still believed that God would take care of me. That He would protect me. And that He would heal me from my depression. So, I became very fired up at church. The real reason, it's not because of God, it was because of the attention that I needed so bad that I never got. I got it at my church. People were calling me the chosen child, I was healing people with prayer, shaking on the floor. And the scary part was, it all seemed so real. Like, when I started shaking that one time, that wasn't me. And that's what scares me now. So, I continued to deal with depression, no matter how much I prayed, how much time I spent with God, and how much I believed. Alright. So, I desperately tried to find ways to heal myself. I asked my parents for medication and counseling, and they told me no, God will heal you. After all these years, I was probably about 14 or 15 years old at this point, and I've been dealing with it since I was 8. So I was like, no guys, I need help, I need something extra, I need medication, I need something. And they're like, no, you're fine. You're fine. What? That was it? I was just fine? I wanted to kill myself and I was fine? So, I was like, alright, well, if anything, get me into a new church, because this church is driving me crazy. I can't stand the people. I was always depressed, so they would come up to me and they would tell me, they would ask me if I was still a Christian, if I knew that Jesus loved me. They would, encourage me into something that I already was. I already believed God, that He would heal me and that He loved me. Why were these people that once, cheered me on and cared about me, why were they looking down at me now? Why were they trying to fix me when all I needed was a friend? Or for someone to stand up for me? That hurt, you know? So, I started fighting for my right not to go to church, and I tried to do it in a respectful way. Not rebelling and, getting in fights with my parents, but, sitting them down and talking to them about it, and they agreed that I could go to a different church if I wanted to. So I started going to different churches, and I saw nothing different. The only difference I saw was that people just ignored me. There was nothing deeper. There was nothing crazy. There was nothing wonderful, And I just felt empty and alone. And, I'm gonna make a part 2 of this because it's running so long, but, so, watch that.